What are we going to call you?
Jonny Baker, I suppose.
For fuck's sake, yeah, I know that. I didn't phrase that question particularly well. Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the 20 Years of Cthru27 podcast. A podcast where we've so far heard stories about locking press agents in closets, throwing dried baps at concert promoters' faces, and the low point of me telling an eager crowd in Colchester to fuck off if they didn't like it. And that was a bad gig. As always, I'm your host, Richard Trigg, and in today's episode, I'm chatting with new Cthru27 bass player, Jonny Baker. JB joined the band at the start of 2021 as we began pre-production for the new Cthru record, and replaced his longtime member, Adam King, who believes he's far too cool to be in the band anymore. In fairness, he probably is. Now, Adam's been concentrating on his new venture, Leone, and he's finishing off his debut album, Kings County, due out this year, so go check that out. Leone, Leone. And so it seemed like a nice opportunity to thank Adam for his contribution to the band and for entertaining us so much over the last 20 years. I know I speak for everyone when I say we wish him well, and you really don't need to worry about us exposing your real age. Anyhow, back to the podcast. Jonny Baker, bass player number 3, go. Jonny Baker, how's it going, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks, mate. Now, obviously, your journey within Cthru has only recently just started, but where does your story with the local scene begin, and what was inspiring you creatively? What were you listening to? What was happening in the area? Take us back to the start, that early 2000 era.
So I was in a band called Downfall of Society. We were like teenagers.
Yeah. You wouldn't have guessed by a name like that.
Yeah, obviously. We did like Rage Against the Machine, sort of like rip-off style stuff, I suppose. Like, it was good fun though. We used to invite all our mates to the gigs and go down the brewery.
Yeah.
And
Who was playing down the brewery then?
Well, we used to play. We played a few gigs. We did one with Camino Black.
Yeah.
And the Bash Street Kids.
Oh, I don't know them.
They were quite a big band around here years ago.
Okay.
Obviously, I used to come down the brewery and watch Cthru27 as well, and Jakari and all that. They were good days.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
What was your first ever local gig you remember going to?
My first ever local gig would have been like Clone Choke.
Oh yeah,
I think something like that. Yeah, but I think they had like Butcher on the drums.
Okay, did they?
Hang on, who was it? Dibley.
Okay.
Dibley on the drums from Jakari.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all right.
Oh, where was
I
that?
used to watch them at the Seabreeze.
Yeah. That was your first gig locally was at the Seabreeze.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell did you think of that?
It was actually quite good because, I was like 15 years old.
Yeah.
Like, it was probably like the first time I've been out down the pub or anything, and watching all the live music and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been playing for years, like doing like jazz gigs and like playing like rock and roll and stuff. So to like go out and actually watch people doing it, you know, was amazing.
I used to one of my first times I ever went to the Seabreeze. I think it was to see Cruel Blind, and I just remember the floor moving like this. And I was like, this place is weird.
It was actually the week after the Cruel Blind gig that I went and saw Clone Choke.
Right,
because I really wanted to go to the Cruel Blind concert. And like all my mates were like, oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got to go down there next week.
Yeah.
So, like went down there, and I was in the process of escaping a cult.
Right.
So it was like really good, like to be actually out playing music and stuff. It was something that I always wanted to do, but was sort of like held back from doing.
Yeah.
So like as soon as I could, I was out there playing music, doing live shows sort of thing, and starting bands up with my mates,
No, it's wicked, yeah. I mean, it's a strange... But it was a really strange venue, the Seabreeze, wasn't it?
It really was, yeah. It's a bit of a dive, like...
It was always kind of an important part of the gigging circuit round here, really, which was a bit odd. It was really naff, but...
I think, you used to be able to rent it out for £10, couldn't you, on a Friday night, and then you get all your mates in, charge them £1 each on the door, and you'd, pay for itself.
Yeah. Super cheap booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swoosh time! Podcast time! See-through style.
You mentioned about those early days and going to the brewery and seeing see-through, but do you remember the first time that you heard of or came across or watched see-through?
Yeah, I do. Like, it was absolutely... I remember being, like, in awe. Like, because I...
Right.
Yeah, like, totally and utterly, like... I played the bass and I remember thinking Adam, the bass player, was just fucking phenomenal. The energy you guys had was just so good. It really stood out to me. Where
was that?
It was at the brewery.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the only place I've ever watched you guys play is at the brewery.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, like, and then from then on, every time I saw you playing, I'd get all my mates down there. I'd be like, "You come and see See-Through tonight," and yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Got the album and that, and I remember I went and spoke to Jonny. I was like, "Oh, you guys are awesome, man!" And he went, "Who the fuck are you?"
That's Jonny.
Yeah.
We obviously met up a few weeks ago, and we had some food and we had a few drinks with us all, and you were telling us a couple of funny stories, and I put down on my notes about your funniest see-through story.
Well, I actually told this story to my mate before I came here today. And I swear, like, I should have told it like that, But yeah, basically, I was dancing to See-Through, having a great time. Jonny, like, looks at me like, "What the hell have you just done?"
From the stage?
Yeah, from the stage, okay, just like, because I'm right at the front.
Ah, okay.
And I'm like jumping up and down, and he looks at me like, "What the hell you just done, man?" And I turn around, and like, my girlfriend's missing. I went over to the bar to like find out where she was, and she was behind the bar. She's like cut all her hand open and stuff, and I'm like, "Oh, Jess, are you okay?" And she's just like, "No, you bastard, you just elbowed me in the face." And
was she alright? What happened?
No, she was really angry with me, and we had to go get stitches in her hand.
Right.
And yeah, then I was just like sort of ushered away by Mike, who used to be on the door.
Yeah, that's right, with the beard.
Yeah, with the beard. And he's just like, he ushered me away, and then the barmaid at the time came over and said, you hurt Jess, and then just started punching me in the face.
Well, you did well.
And I was like, whoa, no, everything's okay. And everybody's looking at me like, "You absolute arsehole, what have you just done?" And I'm like, "Oh no," like, yeah, it was pretty awkward, really.
So you had to leave?
Yeah, so I had to go home. Yeah, I actually had to go home. And then me and Jess, we had this joke because I cut my hand the same week washing up.
Okay.
And she'd cut her hand in the mosh pit, so...
Well, you cut her hand by
I cut her hand,
elbow
by elbowing in the face, bless her.
Wicked.
Sorry, Jess.
There's quite a lot of funny things happen as you've been learning about. What do you reckon is the funniest thing that you've come across or heard since joining the band? What do you reckon that is?
Oh, I don't want to say, to be honest.
Right.
I don't know. When Paul started bringing up his RB, that surprised me a bit.
Fair enough. What do you reckon your favourite ever local gig is that you've either been to or played?
Oh, that's a difficult one. See, I don't want to say Cthru27, but it probably was a Cthru27 gig. I mean, like, since going to go watch you guys when I was younger, I used to like literally all my mates. I said to Gary the other day, the guitarist in one of my old bands, I was like, "Yeah, I've been jamming with See-Through." He's like, "Jesus, Jonny, that's a childhood dream, isn't it?" Because he knows how much I used to like going and watch the gigs.
Oh, wicked.
But yeah, like some of them brewery gigs were really good. Probably that, and I used to really like Jakari as well, sort of similar genre. And I think you guys had stopped playing so much when Jakari started.
That's right.
started playing. So I used to love going to their gigs as well. They put on a great show. Some of the K-Fest gigs, actually, when they used to play them outside outside the Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah, I loved them.
Yeah, they were really good. And it was outdoors next to the sea as well. And
it was great.
Yeah, like good atmosphere, really good vibes, all the old bands playing.
Yeah. I mean, there used to be loads of things like that around here and loads of venues and little festivals. And what do you reckon was your favourite venue or festival? Do you think it was K-Fest or?
My favourite venue had to be the brewery.
Right, yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
It was just I mean, I took it for granted when it was there, but like really, it was just such a good place for local music.
An alternative hotspot.
Yeah, that's right, and
smoking out in the back bar.
Yeah, that's right, smoking in the back bar, and yeah, that's right, and like you go to Blue Notes afterwards to Spiral.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, where they used to have all the alternative music on, and yeah.
Yeah, they were good days, weren't they?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think caused the shift or the change of those glory days? You know, what?
I really think the brewery closing made a massive difference to the local music scene.
I agree.
It sort of like was a staple for most bands. You know, like most local bands would play there once every 3 months, and they used to let you keep all the door money as well, so you had a real incentive to get a good crowd down there as well. So something
to aspire to, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than just your little pub, which is
That's
fine.
Right.
But, you know,
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, like being 12, 13 years old and seeing like, you know, Without a Clue and stuff in the paper, like they're playing at the brewery tap.
Yeah,
and it seemed like it was this place that I'd never been to, but you know, it was obvious there was a scene going on.
Yeah.
You know, so I remember I watched another good band that I used to watch were Murphy's Law.
Okay, yeah.
I watched them play at the Sparrow's Nest once, and I thought they were really good as well. And then I ended up playing with them as well. Yeah, years later.
I've been to a couple of good gigs at Sparrow's Nest. Really, it's a shame that they don't seem to do more stuff up there.
Yeah, like they cancelled it last time. They got it all sorted out and everything, but for some reason they stopped doing it. I don't know why.
How have you found coming into the band, especially with its history? I mean, what's been the hardest thing or the most surprising thing? Or
well, obviously, like learning Adam's lines has been like quite intimidating because they're quite technical bass lines.
Yeah.
And like obviously it's like quite big boots to fill, you know. Well, it's been good to like seeing how you all get along and stuff. Like you know, like obviously you guys are like known each other for years, and that really shows sort of thing when we're at rehearsals. And
how has it? What effect has it had on you?
I mean, like to be honest, like I haven't been playing as much as I should, and since I've been doing the see-through stuff, I've been like every day practicing against my click track, you know, like, and it's sort of it's inspired me to start playing a game more regularly, you know, make sure I get my practice routine back, you know.
Yeah. So you've been enjoying it though?
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, it's been great fun.
Which one of the new see-through songs do you think you've got the strongest emotional connection to? I
really like Stargazing.
Okay.
I think that that's got something really special about it, and I mean, all day, every day, because I'm practicing them a lot. I'm getting like different words coming into my head and stuff, like the lyrics and stuff, and
it's I think everyone said that song when I've asked that question so far. So
I also like Put It There.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think that's got a really nice, like, endearing sort of sounds to it, and vocal. I think it's really nice.
When we started putting that together, Jonny and I, in our heads it's always been Beautiful Sky 2.0, you know, like I don't know why, but it's that same kind of quality. It's very simple, it's very light, summery, I don't know, but like relaxed and
definitely.
So I get what you mean by
that. Yeah, for sure.
And we've obviously, like, between us, we've been working really hard on this new see-through record, and And it has been really great to have you come on board, and it's certainly been really productive to have you involved in it. But what are you most looking forward to about making the record and the campaign that we're going to sort of do after it?
I'm really looking forward to going recording in the mill with obviously with the whole band, but with Paul on the drums as well. Yeah, getting real tight rhythm section, and to actually be able to be on a quality CD, that's that'd be great for me. I just really enjoy playing. Like it's my favourite thing to do.
So more playing.
More playing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Throw down your army, get yourself comfy, and listen to a little bit of See-Through on podcast. Oh yeah.
How have you found the creative process leading up to doing this record?
Less busy than what I would probably usually write.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
So like it's been cool to sort of strip it back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's Liam. I've mentioned it before, but Liam said once recently that for playing in See-Through, he had to remember how to learn to play in See-Through because there is so many sounds and moments, but yet so much space needed that you kind of have to play in a slightly different way.
It's like the dum 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 dum.
How Many You Kiss?
Yeah, How Many You Kiss. The bass line on that, it's like quite a basic bass line, but it's more about where it's hitting.
Yeah.
Is like the rhythm of it. So it's like offbeat.
It's about finding your space and the way you play in that band, because it isn't like a conventional rock band. It's something a bit different.
It's like you come up with the riff and then you take part of it away.
Yeah, that is it.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
You write a song and then you remove all the song and put Jonny on it. That's kind of how it's always been. Yeah. So you'll notice, especially on a lot of the older songs, and on the newer songs really, that there'll be parts where Flutty plays a repeat, and that's pretty much the be all and end all of the song really. In terms of his part, it will just be a standard simple repeat, could be 2 notes. And then you'll find the other guitar, my guitar, there'll be whole verses. I'm doing very little.
And it adds so much dynamic. And I think music is, for me anyway, is far more about dynamic than it is about how many notes you can squeeze into.
Yeah, of course.
It's
what you don't play sometimes.
It's much more important. It's like working as a machine.
Yeah.
Rather than, and all the parts sort of make this working. Yeah. This working machine. Yeah.
Less is more.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
That's right. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid.
Exactly. What do you think the future holds for C327 with Jonny Baker as part of it?
Well, I really hope we can write some stuff together.
Yeah.
And really cool gigs.
Yeah.
And that would be amazing if that happens. So yeah, that would be really cool.
Well, let's do that. And finally, imagine if you could put on your dream local show. Who's playing? Headline, support. What venue is it at? Go.
Okay. Well, it would have to be at the Wharf, just because that's as we already said, it's quite a nice place. Or maybe Nicholas Everett's could be nice as well.
In the park, you mean?
Yeah, in the park could be decent. It'd have to be outside, wherever it was.
Right.
And I would get all the old bands on. Jakari would be on the list.
Yeah, lovely.
We'd have to play, obviously.
Okay, so Jakari, See-Through. It.
Not Clever would be a good one.
Who's headlining it?
I'm trying to think. Well, it would. The thing is, I'd like to say See-Through, but maybe I'd stick Jakari on as headline.
Okay.
Just because I wouldn't want to stick the band that I'm in on headline. Yeah. Obviously Murphy's Law. Good local, tight local band. I've got loads of bands coming. Luxury Junkies. That would be a laugh.
Yeah, it would be a laugh. So we've got Murphy's Law, Luxury Junkies, See Through, Not Clever, Chikari headlining, at an outside event in Nicholas Everett Bar.
I'll tell you what, that'd be amazing.
Wicked.
I would love that. I would be there for sure. Yeah, definitely. Well, obviously playing. I'd have to be because I'd be playing.
Wicked.
But, yeah.
Jonny Baker, it's been ace.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate. We're out.